Alrighty, YouTube, Niner Empire, what is going down? Welcome back to another video. I wanted to come on here real quick and talk about this game, talk about some of the keys I think going into this game for the 49ers to win, come out of here with a win. Obviously, it's a massive game. I've waited 9 months to see this rematch. I've waited 9 months for the Niners to come back healthy and get vengeance on this Eagles team. But clearly, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy for the Eagles either. San Francisco is on a 10 days rest going into this game. Philly has played 3 games in 13 days, including an overtime win against Buffalo last week in which their defense played 97 snaps. So Philly could easily come into this game as pretty sluggish and tired. Obviously, San Francisco has had extra time to prepare for this game. So hence to why, that's probably one of the bigger reasons as to why San Francisco's favored at going into this game. That stuff truly does matter when you talk about, a team being on 10 days rest and a team playing 3 games in 13 days. Obviously, a lot of key matchups going into this game. San Francisco has a chance to be only 1 game behind Philadelphia after, going into the NFC playoffs. If San Francisco can win this game, they're going to be 1 game behind Philadelphia, and if Philadelphia loses one more time this year, obviously San Francisco is going to have to win out, which that's going to be easier said than done as well. But this is a big game for the Niners to keep their 1 seed NFC playoff hopes alive. San Francisco clearly is in one of their toughest stretches all season in terms of the teams they're playing, but Philadelphia has been too. They played the Chiefs, they played the Bills. Now they have the Niners. Now, Philadelphia's obviously won all of these games up until this point, but this is a perfect opportunity for San Francisco to capitalize on Philly playing 3 games in 13 days. And, San Francisco has had way more time to prep and prepare for this game. So I would expect this game to be very, very close, of course. Obviously, hence to why the line at 2 or at 3 now is the Niners are favored by 3, but that obviously goes to show with the line being so low, it shows how close of a game and how tight this game will be through in and throughout. So I think number 1 going into this game, attacking through the air. I think this is probably how San Francisco is going to win this game. I think Philadelphia has clearly been shaky and not great against the pass all season. They rank in the bottom 5 teams against the pass. San Francisco's had a lot of success, in the passing game this year with Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy statistically is the best deep ball passer in the entire NFL. Brandon Ayuk's, having an insane season. I think getting Debo and Ayuk involved early and really throughout the entire game is going to be a massive key to win this football game. Like I said, Philly not playing good against the pass all year. That's how you beat Philadelphia. You have to score points, and you have to do it through the air. And I think San Francisco will capitalize on that, and I think that's what they're going to do going into this game. So I would expect Brock Purdy to have a game with 250-plus yards, 2 touchdowns. You have to attack Philly through the air. It's one of the things that they don't do good at all. Obviously, Debo, I expect him to have a pretty big day. He called James Bradberry trash. He doubled down on that earlier this week as well, so he's going to want to prove, that he is trash, and by doing that, he's going to want to have a big game. So I expect Debo Ayuk to have pretty big games for the Niners today. A lot of catches, a lot of yards. Christian McCaffrey, I think, will also get involved in the passing game as well. I don't really know how much the 49ers are going to run this game. Clearly if they get out to an early lead, they're going to utilize McCaffrey as much as they can. But, yeah, I think going into this game, it's simple. Attack through the air. That's how you're going to win this football game. Now, the other key to winning this game is the 49ers front 7, Chase Young, Bosa, Armstead, Hargrave, Dre Greenlaw, Fred Warner, versus that Eagles offensive line, Jordan Mailata, Jason Kelce, Lane Johnson. This is a massive, massive matchup. Clearly, the Eagles, when it's all said and done, I think it's pretty safe to say they have the best offensive line in football. their tackles over there in Philly are going to be the best tackles that the 49ers are going to face all season. Excuse me. So I think getting to Jalen Hurts, making him uncomfortable, there's only good things that are going to come out of that. Jalen Hurts has thrown a lot of interceptions this year, and he's not good under pressure whatsoever. But I think, if Fred Warner or Greenlaw could be on a spy a lot this game, spying on Jalen Hurts, I think that's probably a big thing going into this game that you probably want to do. Jalen Hurts is lethal with his legs, and he extends plays. He's very good about getting out of the pocket, using his legs and making something out of nothing. And I think if San Francisco can get to him, cause pressure, this is going to be big for the Niners. It's going to be big for the Niners. So I think, getting to Hurts, getting him uncomfortable, interceptions can come out of that. The secondary can have a good game. If that Niners defensive line is all on one and they're attacking Jalen Hurts. And again, going back to the Eagles playing 3 games in 13 days, those offensive linemen are probably tired. San Francisco's on 10 days rest, and San Francisco has the best front 7 in football. So I think, that's a big edge that the Niners will have in this game over Philadelphia. I think those are the 2 main keys going into this game, and I think it's simple. I think, whoever wins in the trenches today will have the edge in winning this game, and I genuinely think going into this game, San Francisco will have the edge over the Philadelphia Eagles when it comes to their front 7 versus that Eagles O-line. And something else to note, too, Lane Johnson will play in this game, but he's dealing with a groin injury. He's not 100% healthy. We'll see what happens with that, but obviously the Eagles are without Zach Cunningham as well. So I would expect the Niners to attack, the pass over the middle, probably those Debo slants, those Kittle post routes. Christian Ellis is filling in for the injured Zach Cunningham today, and he is very bad in coverage. So, the 49ers have a very good opportunity to exploit that and attack Christian Ellis as much as possible. And I think another thing, too, is Kittle could be involved heavily as well. Why not? Zach Cunningham's out. Christian Ellis is in. He's bad against the pass. Get Kittle involved. But, yeah, man, I think, I'm sure Brock Purdy will do a good job today at distributing the ball to everybody, getting everybody involved. And I genuinely think that's what they're going to have to do to win this game. But, yeah, man, I can't wait for this game. I've waited 9 months for this. And then, obviously we didn't know if San Francisco was going to be playing Philly in the regular season, but as soon as I seen that San Francisco was playing Philly in this Week 13 game, it's something that not only the players but the fans were circling on their calendar, waiting for this game, waiting to get vengeance. But yeah, man, it's going to be it's going to be one hell of a game. This has to be the best matchup all year in the entire NFL. I genuinely don't know another matchup that could be as good as this one. It's literally the 2 best teams in the NFL going head to head for, it's not only that, but it's a rematch of the NFC Championship game. So much at stake for this game. But yeah, I can't wait. Obviously, we have to get through these 1 p.m. slates before the Niners game, but all eyes are on this Philly and San Francisco game. So with that being said, score prediction here. Man, here's what I'm going to say. I think it could very well be a defensive battle, but I genuinely do not think it's going to be, because I think San Francisco has the edge in terms of playing better defense than Philadelphia today. Niners have played better defense. They have, 16, 17 sacks in the past 3 games. So I think really San Francisco can win this game, and they have the edge with their defense. But I don't think it's going to be a defensive battle, to be completely honest. I think there's going to be some points put up on the board. So with that being said, I'm going to take San Francisco here. I'm going to say 31-26, 49ers win this game. I think it's pretty fairly close, but I think San Francisco, in the end, Their defense is playing better. They have more rest going into this game, and I think that's a massive edge going into this game that the 49ers have. I don't think a lot of people are looking at how important that 10 days rest is opposed to the Eagles playing 3 games in 13 days. Like that is a very, very big difference. And I think that's why San Francisco is probably favored going into this game. That's probably one of the main reasons why they are favored going into this game. But I genuinely think when it's all said and done, San Francisco, that's going to show today. I think Eagles will look sluggish. I think they're going to play well because they're a good football team. They have the best record in the NFL. You could argue that they're the best team in the NFL. But I don't know, man. I just think that's very big going into this game. Those 3 days those 3 games in 13 days, opposed to the Niners having a bunch of rest. Like I just think San Francisco, I think they have the better chance of winning this game, of course, than they do losing this game. And that's why I'm picking them to win. 31-26, Niners win. Obviously, I'll be on here later talking about, the recap video and the post-game thoughts video immediately following the game. But, yeah, man, I can't wait. I'm sure a lot of other Niners fans out there can't wait as either. I mean, this is a massive game for both teams. But yeah, I'm rambling now. I get into this thing where, like, when there's so much to talk about in this game, this video could be 30 minutes long if it wanted to be. But, yeah, so much running through my head, so much to talk about. But I did want to keep this video short, so I am going to end it here. So, 31-26, Niners win this game. Let me know your guys' score predictions down in the comments. And with that being said, as always, go Niners. I'll be on here, obviously, like I said, after the game, talking about post-game thoughts and things of that nature. Yeah, with that being said, as always, go Niners. It's time to beat Philly. It's time to get vengeance. But I'll see you guys here in the next couple hours with the post-game thoughts.